Ranganathan, we can't escape Dr. Ranganathan tonight by asking some direct questions, and we must ask this question. How does this symbol of everything that is virtuous about India's Hindu civilizational past end up gathering dust? And I'm not being facetious here. We know the state of most of our museums. They're not exactly the repositories of, our history. They're reliquaries, where some of our artifacts actually turn into relics, really, because of mismanagement and the other like. So I'm just saying, how does it end up there? And then contemptuously branded a walking stick. I mean, can you believe it?
Yes, Rahul, there are 4 or 4 points I'd like to make. First of all, good evening to you and my fellow panelists. Number 1, it is a matter of great pride as an Indian and as a Tamilian that the Sengol is going to be installed in our new parliament. Sengol is a symbol of power and, as Anna said, and justice and Raj Dharma, and the hope that any transition would be as imbibed in the great virtues of our ancient civilization as the previous one. That this ancient civilization is a Hindu civilization should not be seen as a matter of shame or regret, but instead as a matter of pride. I'm sorry, but our overarching philosophy is the Indian philosophy, which is the Hindu philosophy. And Hindu philosophy is not religious philosophy. Why do people have objection to this is beyond me. Number 2, and as for it not being a symbol of democracy but of royalty, well, that is a preposterous argument, because can I ask you what adorns our tricolor in the middle? The chakra of King Ashoka. Number 3, and as for it not being secular enough, that again is preposterous, because can I ask you what drawing adorns the pages of Constitution of India? It is Rama and Lakshmana and Indra and Rama, Lakshmana, Sita returning to Ayodhya. What adorns our Supreme Court's motto? It's Yato Dharmastato Jaya. Where there is dharma, there is victory. A statement uttered by Gandhari to her son Duryodhana in the Hindu scripture Mahabharata. So are you now going to dispense with our flag, burn our constitution, bulldoze our Supreme Court? Rahul, let's get to the bottom of it. These are all Hindu-phobic arguments. And the irony is that we are not a secular nation to begin with, because the state controls Hindu temples and leeches billions of them shamelessly, pays salaries of Maulvis and priests, organizes free pilgrimages, Hajj subsidies. Number 4, being a Darwinian atheist, I have no skin in the game. But this much I know. Hinduism has survived 8 millennia because it imbibes the scientific virtues of diversity, empathy, independent thought, and reform. In Hinduism, religion is an offshoot of the way of life. While in Abrahamic ideologies, way of life is an offshoot of religion. It follows that the former is less shackled by rigidity or by rules and diktats and is more mutatable, celebrating diversity of its followers. As always, the source, the fountainhead, dictates the mutability and eagerness to change. In Hinduism, there are sects that promote and celebrate atheism, Charvaks. There are sects that reject Vedas altogether, Lingayats. How gloriously ironical is that? Rejecting your holy scriptures and yet being proud Hindus. Can this happen in any other religion? Hinduism is an all-accepting, all-questioning idea, and therefore, Rahul, just 20 seconds. It is entirely appropriate that such a symbol, imbibing all qualities of the ancient Hindu civilization, should be installed in our new Parliament House. My only fear is that even this government is acting only symbolically, because even under it, Hindus remain 8th-class citizens in their own country, constitutionally, legally, and through acts of parliament.
Well, Dr. Ranganathan, I know you feel passionately about this, but actually the Hindu tradition isn't even an ism. Let's be actually quite clear about that. This is not an ism. The Hindu view, and let me emphasize this, not a Hindu way, but the Hindu view is all-encompassing. And there have been people in this country, viewers, Marxist historians, who even tried to deny the existence of the Hindu tradition. Can you believe that? These are well documented. One of them even won a Nobel Prize. It's frightening. It's frightening. So I completely agree with Dr. Ranganathan that this is not by coincidence. And therefore, let me bring in the Congress. Mr. Sabharwal, are you saying that the Sengol's relegation to a dusty, unloved museum is without motive? It was by some coincidence. And if that is the case, sir, it shows the contempt that the Congress regimes had